Interestingly, it would normally be at this stage of a visit to Pebble Labs that we would say, let's take you on a tour of our labs and show you what it means when we bring together technology and this methodology to achieve spectacular things. And I think if we were to take everyone through there, we would absolutely swamp the area. But we'd still like you to give you an experience of what it's like to work at Pebble Labs. What's transformational about this way that we work that not only results in phenomenal outcomes with a DevOps capability that takes care of all of the things that are between you developing software and putting it in the hands of an end customer, but most importantly, what resulted in some of the Macquarie Bank team saying this was a life experience. I don't think I've ever represented a consulting engagement that someone said it was a life experience. So what I'd like to do before we close and open you up for the phenomenal food that's over there is just give you a sneak peek behind what it's like to work with us at Sydney Pebble Labs.
Hi, welcome to Pebble Lab Sydney. My name is Lawrence Graffer. I'm the office director here. We're going to show you today the office and show you how our pivots work differently.
User-centered design is about approaching solutions by starting with the problem. It's all about reducing risk because we can, as creators and makers and entrepreneurs, we get very excited about our creations. But the bigger question is, will this deliver value?
We do pair programming, we work in an agile environment, and we test drive. So in test-driven development, we think from the user's endpoint first before we do any kind of implementation.
So it's very focusing and it's very reassuring relative to sort of the alternative, which is, put a bunch of money down, put a bunch of effort down, commit a bunch of time, and then not know where things are going to land, whether you're going to get to where you need to be.
Pair programming is a practice where two people sit at one computer and they take turns in controlling the keyboard and observing and communicating, and it's a really collaborative process where kind of two people perform one task at the same time. I guess the idea behind it is if you have two people working on one task, the quality of the product that you build is a lot higher in the end.
We advocate for sort of 50% client, 50% pivot ratio for the teams. And the reason we do this is to get them to learn the process and be able to do the process themselves. I tell all of my clients that my job is to make myself obsolete.
So Pivotal is a company that really embraces the community and the ecosystems around it. And what we do is bring the community in to have tech talks and meetups. We've had talks on sketchnoting, virtual reality, blockchain, so quite a diverse set of talks. And then more for the startup community, we've hosted Startup Grind and Lean Startup, which is founders of Australian startups coming in and talking about how they built their business using the Lean Startup methodology.
I think ping pong's a really important part of our day-to-day at Pebble Labs. It really complements pair programming quite well in the sense that you're working closely with somebody else, and people tend to find pair programming to be this really intense activity that if you did it, for 8 hours straight, you'd leave the work that day feeling exhausted. We can get to the point where we're getting frustrated with each other, or I can see that the client's getting frustrated, and we can say, oh, let's play some ping pong. And it calms everybody down and gets you back into a really good mental state to continue with your day.
So that does bring us to the end of our formal presentations for this morning. What we do invite you to do, because we weren't able to give you an individual tour today, what I do ask you to do, if you'd like to come and get a tour of what it's like to work here and bring your teams in from your respective companies, what I'll point you to, actually the two people at the back there, Antoine and Lawrence, if you can put your hands up, please go and see Antoine or Lawrence after this session, and we're more than happy in the next couple of weeks to arrange a time that we can bring you and your teams through and show you what that experience looks like, where it comes together to create really compelling experiences. Listen, as a final piece before we break for lunch, can I ask you again, please do fill out the surveys. Really appreciate your feedback. What's been valuable and what you'd like to see more of from us as we continue to do sessions like this as we move forward. As a final piece, Can I please ask you to join me in thanking all of our phenomenal speakers for presenting today. I think you'll agree there were some amazing insights and experiences that they've been able to share with you through this session. So please join me in thanking the team. And finally, please do make sure that you go and grab your bag of swag before you head off. And please, I trust you've both enjoyed the sessions and the conversation today. And we look forward to being able to network over lunch. Thank you, everyone, and look forward to the discussions over the next couple of minutes and hours. Thank you.